fire, fire. We got our first VIP interview of the night. Let's see. I got him in the waiting room. Let's see if they're gonna hop in here right. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Oh, there we go. Here we go. Now let me do this. We got 2 participants in here, don't we?
I think so. One of the other band members might be on.
There we go. So first of all, let me give you a nice round of applause. Just so you know, you will not be able to see me. Reason being is because my camera's being used for the live. So round of applause. A minute past 9 joining us on the live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for that VIP interview. I'm very curious to know a little bit more about what your band is, a little bit more about how you guys got together and the record that you submitted to us tonight.
Yes. So a minute past 9, I actually founded the band back in February 16 of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
And it originally started off as like a punk metalish band, but there's been a transition of different band members and totally took that creative direction into a more metalcore, deathcore kind of vibe going on.
And how did you guys like meet up? Like how is it that happened? Because a lot of times, a lot of it is I want to say the universe aligns band members. Do you feel like that was the case in this case scenario?
Yes, absolutely. And so October of last year, the original band members kind of just weren't like communicating, everything, the stuff that you go through with a band and everything just falls apart. And then within like 2 months, I was able to recruit new band members. We've just been having a great time just writing all this new music. And they actually joined me on my journey and my vision for this music as well. And so eventually our first single is the one you're about to play tonight called 7 on Sunday.
And how did that single come to be? Like, what was the inspiration behind it?
So it's actually based on a dream I had.
Ooh,
I wrote it on March 19th of 2025. And it's based on a series of 3 dreams that I had like very close together. And it's hard to hear or understand the lyrics with the harsh vocal singing,
right?
But it's kind of based on, like I'm not really a religious person either, but kind of like the end of times type of thing. But where I guess you can say like, let's say an antichrist kind of goes down in power, and in my dream there were extraterrestrials. Alien spaceships, dark entities, purely black. You can only see eyes, and that's it. That would talk to me. Yes. And pretty much a lot of people just disappeared in the world. And towards the end, it was just me left. And I asked the entities, I'm like, well, it's just me now. So what happens next? And the entities told me, or they asked me about Tuesday or Sunday. I don't remember what for, but I just responded with Sunday. And so the last thing they said before I woke up was look for 7 on Sunday. And then I woke up.
Wow,
that was the last dream.
That is a movie right there. Just so you know, it's like very movie-esque. That's crazy. It's so insane that how, dreams, it's weird because, they tap into certain things, especially for an artist. Like, I think artists are a lot more in tune with certain frequencies and certain energies more so than I think the average person that doesn't create. Because when you create, there's a source that you tap into. A lot of people call it the ether. A lot of people call it different things, but ultimately it's like, and it's not just like songwriters and people in music, is like painters and things like that. There's an artistry that people connect with. Do you feel like that is maybe what it is too? Like how you correlated it with your dream to this song?
Yeah, it kind of felt that way considering like everything that's going on in the world, and it just seemed so coincidental, and it seemed so real because when I woke up, I was just like, whoa, that was way too vivid. That felt way too real, and I just kept repeating like 7 on Sunday. What does that mean? 7 on Sunday, 7 on Sunday. And I was like, that sounds like a song. I'm gonna write these dreams down and I'm gonna turn them into a song.
That's great. Now you got me really curious because now I really want to hear this record. Does the other bandmate want? Do you want to pop on too, man? Do you want to say what's up, or? I think your mic is. That's not me.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going, man? Sorry.
How are you, man?
Kind of dropping in a little bit late to the party, but I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. I'm glad to have you on the show. I'm very curious to know a little bit about yourself too, man. Like where your background in music, how you got into music, and what your thoughts are on this single that was submitted to us tonight.
So, I'm originally from New Mexico, from up north, little town called Taos, and it's funny because my first inspirations to get into music was I remember back in, I think it was like 2004, 2005, something like that. Need for Speed Most Wanted came out for PlayStation 2.
Ooh,
and
that's a great game, by the way. Love
yeah,
that game.
it was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Even to this day, man, I was like, shit, I wish I need to find some kind of ROM or something to go back down memory lane. But I remember hearing like there was some Disturbed tracks on there. There was Avenged Sevenfold. There was the one that really got me going was Hand of Blood by Bullet for My Valentine, and I'm like, dang, you know what? I want to learn this song.
Right.
And so I was in middle school, I believe, at the time, and so I ended up joining band class with my high school. It was it was more mariachi. Being out here in New Mexico, we have mariachi bands and all that. So I started picking up the basics on acoustic guitars and trying to play metal and rock and printing out tabs. We didn't have smartphones back then, so printing out tabs and trying to figure everything out by ear and doing all that. So that's kind of where I got started. A couple of garage bands here and there, just in high school, and then after I graduated, I ended up going to the military and kind of had to put, music stuff on hold for a bit, but I still try to keep up with it as much as I could, so it's been on and off for the past, few years. And, now that I got involved with Chris and A Minute Past Nine, I've really, been able to step on the gas pedal and, extend my creativity and, get the wheels turning on all that stuff again. So it's been nice. It's been nice getting back into it.
That's good, man. Well, first of all, thank you for your service too, man. I appreciate you, man, for that.
Thank you.
Also, what's good is that music. I think music is like one of those type of things in artists. Like once it's there, like it never goes away. Like you may drop it, a couple years, couple months, whatever the case may be, but it always seems to seep its way and find its way back into the person. Because sometimes I don't think people choose music. I think music chooses people. And it's weird to say that, but I think there's this weird like connection on it. So I'm happy that you found that love again. And that's, music is not only meant to help others, is meant to help the person creating it too. So in a lot of ways, there's good forms of therapy behind it. There's a very good poetic thing that comes behind this that I think every artist, no matter what style, the genre it is, that helps. So I'm going to get to this record because both of you got me very curious now on this. So we got a rekindled love and music of one side and then a fantastic dream on the other side. Let's get to this record right here. This one right here, again, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching one great band already. I'm telling you right now, because I kind of got a sneak peek at it. I got a little curious, so I heard a little bit of it. But listen, I had to. I had my curiosity going. A Minute Past Nine. You submitted a Spotify link, so let me open up this Spotify link. And again, correct me if I'm wrong. This is your first single that's released, correct?
Yes, it's the first historical song and single ever released by this band.
There you go. It's called 7 on Sunday, A Minute Past Nine. I love that name, by the way. I love the name. Let's go. Nice change up on that right there, too. Right there, yeah. Right My goodness, right there. 7 on Sunday. That was called The Minute Past 9. I gotta tell you several things on this. The one thing I do wish the vocals were a little bit louder. I wish there was more clarity in the vocals as far as the mix is concerned. Everything else, it fits this genre, this style to a T, to perfection. Love the instrumentation behind it. The drums are classic sounding. The vocals, your vocals are great, Chris. It's good. Like, you have that real God-given energy behind it. You know what I mean? Like, I love the transitions too towards the end of the record, how kind of balanced, almost like Evanescence, like, you know what I mean, like a little bit like that. But you have a harder tonality I think behind on this one. So you have a great the guitar is great on this too. So the instrumentation is great. So correct me, right? It's you on the vocals, right, Chris?
Yes, I'm all the vocals on that track. We're
Great.
actually doing a different version of the song with violin. We just
Ooh.
acquired a violinist.
I want to hear that. That's gonna be crazy. Listen, great song. Majority of chat says yes, that's hippo worthy. I'm gonna give it a 10 for this genre, this style. Again, the only thing I would say when you I would make the vocals a little bit louder. Again, I know it's very heavy instrumental behind it. But you have a good voice, and you kind of want to. For me personally, I just want to kind of hear it. I know this style genre typically it's mixed with vocals a little bit more on the lower end. But I, you have a good voice. I want to hear it. You know what I mean? I want to feel exactly what you're saying, even though the energy's all there. That would be my only critique on it. But I love the style. I love the intensity more so than anything. This is a very this style, this genre has such a cult following, to say the least. And if you guys perform this live, it must be crazy. I don't know if you've done any live sets yet or have done anything live, but I'm sure when that goes on, it's gonna tear the fire. They better have the fire marshal in that fucking building. I'm telling you right now, because it'll burn the fuck down. Telling you.
It's awesome to hear, man.
Great shit, man. Hey, for real, it's awesome. It's Headbangers Ball. It's all these real good great energies behind this. That it's expressive and the tonality is just amazing. It's authentic, is what it is.
Thank you so much. That's
Love
awesome
it.
to hear.
So listen, this is the first single. You're gonna come up with another one. I want you to let people know where they could follow both of you on your social media accounts, wherever the case may be, so people could follow the progress. I love seeing progress, specifically when a band kind of first forms together. I love to see how the process goes. Always keep this in mind. Bands are very important structures, right? My word of advice, because I've been in the past in groups and I've helped mentor different bands and things of that nature. The best thing to do is always keep things up front before anything. Sure, you guys are already doing that, but have everybody on the same page, because what I notice is, like, in the future or in the past, people typically, like, if everybody's not on the same wavelength of things, band members leave, and you want to keep that synergy together. That would be another word of advice that I can give you, because I've seen it happen. I've been in case scenarios like that. But you guys are doing something great. I love it. But let people know where they can follow you.
Okay, so we are a minute past 9. You can look us up on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. However, there's a major lawsuit between New Mexico. That's where we're from, Albuquerque, New Mexico. There's a big lawsuit with Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. And Meta might actually be shutting down in New Mexico.
Wow.
So if anybody wants to follow us on our journey, I highly recommend you follow us on YouTube, because the YouTube channel is brand spanking new. We put our first single on there, and we're going to be posting a lot more actual behind the scenes videos of our journey on YouTube. So that would be the best place.
That's great. That's a great idea, by the way. YouTube is eternal, by the way. They don't really take shit down, and it's there like forever.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you guys. I appreciate both of you.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you having us on.
Absolutely. And when you guys make the new version of it with the violin, please send them our way. I want to play it.
Yeah, right now we actually got it in the works. It's we're working on a remaster. We're getting the violin added. We're changing up some guitar parts as well. And we love the the honest feedback, like given by yourself with the vocals and all that. So we take all this into consideration. We take nothing to heart. There's nothing ever starts off perfect, and we are well attuned to that. So but yeah, we got a bunch of stuff in the works now. Like Chris said, follow us, follow the band account, follow our personal accounts. I myself, I post, I'm the guitar player, so I post some teasers every so often, on my stories. So, if you like what you hear, like I said, give us a follow, check it out, and stand by for whatever what else we got.
Love it, man. Your guitar is crazy, by the way. It's insane, bro. You sound great, dude.
Thank you so much for the feedback.
9:01. Round of applause for both of you. Many blessings to you. Keep doing what you're doing. And Chris, keep following your dreams. No pun intended.
Yes. Thank you so much.
So I love. Stay tuned, guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you so much again for tuning in. I'm going to be following your journey, and I hope everybody in the chat and everybody who watches.
Again for having us.
Absolutely. Love it, love it, love it, love it. That was good, bro. That was good. That was the first VIP submission of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, that was 9:01. I love their name. Again, I love that hardcore feel, but it's so crazy to me how the energy is so like compelling in records like that. Like it really is fire. 9:01. I love it.